All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome back for a recap here for the month of November. November recap finally here, and November was a very challenging month here. So, although I did finish green, not a red month, which is good. So, finishing here in November, up $361 in profit. My largest winning trade in the whole month of November was $81. That was it. My largest losing trade, on the other hand, was minus $300. Pretty nasty loss there, and had no winners to make up for it. So really ate into my profits in November. Although I did finish green. I know a lot of traders struggled in the month of November. November was sort of that tipping point back from a decent market throughout the summer. We actually had a pretty decent market compared to what we're seeing now. And so November was that point where it went from, we had some decent opportunity, flipping back to opportunity is now scarce. So November was very challenging for many of us. My accuracy on the month was 61%, so not the worst accuracy. A little bit under my target, which is 65%. And my average win to my average loss was negative. So 2 to 3 average win to average loss, which is not the best. I am shooting for a minimum 1 to 1, so way below on that scale. However, still ending green. So I know the big thing was my average position size was much smaller than my previous months. So my average position amount here was 173 shares per trade. Average position cost per trade was 1,800. So, a 10% move on $1,800 position size is only $180. Usually I like to shoot for somewhere in the realm between 3,000 and 5,000 in the previous months. But I really started to size down once I started to got this big loss there. We can compare this to the month of October, which I don't think was much better. October was the first month that it did not hit my monthly goal. So a little bit more in profit, 581, but not the best. This was the month that I had my biggest green trade and my biggest losing trade and my biggest drawdown. My biggest loss here, $902. I had $1,000 swing in my P&L in October. That was a crazy month for me to start off. And I didn't hit my monthly goal either in October. Again, here in November, did not hit my monthly goal. And so far in December, pretty much break even on the month. I didn't really make much profit yet in December. So, as many of us know, I've been posting that, I'm back to the hourly grind, trying to just, make ends meet while the markets, while I still develop myself in the market and prepare myself for the next opportunity that comes my way here in the market. I kind of see it more as like, learning how to ride a bicycle. So, in the beginning, I was falling down. I could never ride my bike. In the first 2 years, first year and a half, I could not ride a bike. And at the 18-month mark, at 1 year and a half, I was actually able to get up on the bike and start to ride for a little bit, couple miles, riding my bike. And I was cruising, I was doing great. And then 6 months later, or, a couple miles into my bike ride, it gets bumpy and I fall over. And, which is, that's the first time I'd fell over since I started. And which is normal, I'm still, getting the hang of things. But it's such a great success that I was able to sustain myself as a full-time trader for 6 months. For 6 months, I had trading as a full-time career. And now, having to pretty much start back, I'm back to the grind, back to the hourly job to make ends meet. I think I'm much more equipped for the next time that I do attempt to essentially ride my bike. And next time, maybe I will never fall down again. And if I fall down again, that's okay. I just take a step back like I'm doing right now and then go for it again and just do it over and over again. I don't care how many more times it takes to perfect it, to do well and sustain myself as a trader. However long it takes is however long it takes. And that's sort of my mindset. And that is the mindset of all of the successful traders that I have been studying from, is the relentlessness, the persistence, consistency of just keep going. It doesn't matter what is in your way. It doesn't matter what the market is giving you. It doesn't matter your personal situation, whatever is happening. You just adapt and you keep going. And adaptation can come in so many different forms. It could be in forms of taking a couple days off. It could take in a form of sizing down. It could take in a form of getting another side hustle to support yourself financially if you're going through a rough time. It could be, taking less time trading during the day. Maybe only trade for an hour, maybe 2 hours, not trading as much. Could be, adjusting your routine as far as, you study. Maybe you start doing something different or experimenting. Maybe you take another course. There's so many different ways to adapt to get through any hurdles you're going through. So it's really good to keep an open mind as far as how to overcome any obstacles that are in your way. And as far as the adaptation I took was, I accepted short-term defeat for that inevitable long-term success. I took a step back from trading full-time, really downsized my share size, first of all. As you can see, as the market has kind of started to dry up a little bit in the month of October, middle to the end of October through November, downsized considerably, got another job, an hourly job to, help pay for bills, so I don't stress as much trying to make ends meet from just trading. And that really, really helped. And that was a part of my adaptation to keep myself in the game long term, to give me the best shot possible to be able to thrive and achieve the heights of the traders that I look up to that are making 1K, 2K, 3K, 5K, 10K a day. Relentless Trader, he's been killing it. Like the other day I saw him killing it on XPEV. He made like close to 2K like the first day, and then the second day it ran last week, he made like another 2K. That is some impressive stuff. And that's the type of stuff that that's the type of stuff that I'm just like, wow, it's still possible. There's still opportunity every single day. Somebody else is out there killing it, and that just shows me that there's still possibility. There's still opportunity for me to get better, and there's still opportunity that I'm missing every single day to make money in the markets. And so shout out to Relentless Trader, man. He's been killing it the past couple months. As far as, when this cold market started to dry up, he's been consistent every single day, maybe a couple red days here and there, but for the most part, he's been doing really well. So check out his channel. A lot to learn from on his channel. When I first started getting started, maybe about a year into my journey, I found him, and that really, his strategy really showed me that I can actually lean into what I thought was my biggest weakness. And what I thought my biggest weakness was taking those scalps, taking the scalps to the high, quick profits, taking a quick scalps off the lows, quick profits. And he's very, very nimble, very fast paced. And that showed me that, that's not actually a weakness. It could actually be a really, really good strength. And I started to lean into that. And my profits just started to roll in earlier this year, and I was able to actually go full time, and I was successful full time for 6 months. And like, to me, that's a pretty great achievement for myself. It's definitely showing that I'm growing, even though right now, the past 3 months or past 2 months, my results have not been showing growth as far as P&L wise. I can still trust that there's still growth happening underneath the surface. And I do have faith that it's going to come, it's going to bubble up again. I'm going to have a next huge breakthrough in my trading. All that development that's been happening under the surface the past 2 months, it's going to bubble up, and it's going to show itself in the near future. So let's go through. Actually want to take a look. What the heck happened here from this $300 loss? What did happen? SNTG. Oh, I remember this one. SNTG. Let's take a look at SNTG. We're going to go into the live archives. The trading archives. So SNTG, $300 flush. I even have it. I have it labeled $300 flush. Okay, that was me calling at my dog. So let's mute that. SNTG. This one was a wild one. This is a wildcat here. So when did this happen? I was only down $50 there. I think this did run to the high. It halted up, ran to the high. Oh yeah, this one was just a whipsaw, a freaking whipsaw. So I was only down $11 here. I was only down $11. I didn't take any big losses. We halted up. We opened higher, we ripped up, then we flushed all the way back down near the lows, underneath VWAP, which, that's not a good sign. And then we open up higher, and I just started getting FOMO here. Boom, 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 and I'm just adding into the high. I'm thinking this is gonna rip. I'm thinking another dollar a share is coming through 6. We're gonna halt up at 596, break through 6, and run higher, and then false halts, starts to struggle, and then I add even more as it attempts that second false halt. Oh my God. Here I should have been unwinding it. I tried to unwind a little bit, but got filled at 580, and not looking good here. Not looking good. So I already took maybe about $100 in losses. Still holding 325. I'm like, it's going to be a quick dip, and then we're going to rip through 6. Quick dip and rip through 6. It's going to happen right here. Ladies and gentlemen, we got increasing volume. We got high-a-day volume right here. About to break through the pre-market high. Short's about to get stopped out. Here I'm adding on the dip. Breaks through 550, flushes all the way down to 520, into a halt lower, and I'm trying to get out. Here I'm down $300, and I'm still in 325, and I probably have my head in my hands right now, wondering what the heck just happened. And this has a history of flushing. Why was I in so high, adding into an extended after a $1 rip? Since in 3 minutes we had a $1 rip, and I'm adding into the high after a history of push, dump, push, dump, push, dump, push. What's going to happen next? A dump. And here we go. We're down in a halt down, and we're going to resume. What are we going to resume here? What happens on the resumption? We open lower, and I'm holding, and I take it off there at 510 right before that push even lower. So I'm down 316 on the day, wrapping it up, and crazy. That was a crazy one. We're we're not going to do that again. Definitely learned my lesson there, SNTG. Always look at the previous price history to know the risks in the trade. You know, that chart was showing signs that it could not hold the highs. It could not hold the highs. Every single time it pushed higher, it dumped like $1 a share. But I wasn't looking. It didn't register in my head. I was just seeing the green, and I was getting that FOMO, adding into the high, and learned my lesson on that one. So after that was pretty much my inevitable downsize. And from there, pretty much from there, after October, we had that huge green day. That was like, I thought that was it. I thought this was the next breakthrough, and I was never coming back. I thought that was it. And take a couple huge losses here this week. Another nice green day. Size down, size down, size down. And didn't have another good green day the entire month until the last day of the month. Here in November then, which we are reviewing here, we had solid green, solid green, solid green, and then Friday was that $300 loss there on SNTG. And from there, that was the last straw. I pretty much just downsized and was like, all right, I gotta wait. I gotta rebuild my confidence. And I haven't had a really good green day in a while. So 2 months of small green, small red, small green, small green, small green, small green. And the 22nd, this was a nice day here on the 22nd of November, and I was feeling good. And then November here, just small green, small red, small green, small red. Feels like I'm back to where I was, but I'm a different trader. Before, let's say rewind all the way back to like March when I was pulling these types of numbers, those low numbers and not really sizing up. I'm not the same trader as that time because I do have that 6-month experience of consistently hitting between $100 all the way up to, consistently 100 to 300. But, every now and then I'll have that $500 day, $600 day, $700 day. And that experience definitely grew me as a trader. And now that I know that I can perform at that level, I'm not that same trader that I was, 6 months ago or 7 months ago before I went full time, even though I'm pulling the same numbers. Completely different. So I have to remember I have to always remember what I'm capable of. And even though I'm pulling the small numbers right now, it is not a resemblance of my best performance. Right now, I see it more as a managing risk. Because earlier in the year, we actually had some pretty good opportunity. March, April, and then May is when I went full time. Those 3 months were pretty decent. With that type of opportunity right now, I'm confident I'm sure as hell I could pull, $300 days consistently again. But, now that the market is dry, it's good that I'm keeping it small size and, playing it safe to ensure my long-term survival in this game to, survive that 5 years, 7 years, 10 years of experience to where then I can really start to dial in and make some, start making that 1K, 2K, 3K, 5K, 10K. That's the type of profits that I am living for. That's the goal. My goal is not just a couple $100. So I got to ensure my survival to get to that level. I won't be trading if I blow all my cash in a cold market. Here we got SHPH. Look at this. This also has a history of, look at this, choppy, 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 choppy. Push, dump, push, dump, push, dump, push, dump, push, dump, push, dump. So this one, what are we going to do here? Very risky, for sure. Very risky. Pine this pullback You know, we have some resistance up here at a pre-market high. I don't know if I'd count that as a pre-market high. I don't think it actually went up to 332. But yeah, what's going to happen here? We're going to pull back and run. I'm not going to trade it. Today I'm up $2.81, taking my money off the table. It's 10.56. You know, if 10.56, it's not, I don't have good profits, you know, it's good to walk away. It's good to walk away if I don't have good profits by 10.50. I don't have a cushion on the day. So, you know, I'm okay with that. You know, that's why I have a job, so I can be able to just, you know, play it a little bit more safe in the market to ensure my survival. So that was my month of November. Finished up 300 something, 350 around. And now we're on to December. December, it seems like it's been picking up a little bit. I think so far there's been opportunity more than it was in November, but my performance is still a little weak. I'm still a little bit not as convinced on these moves. I don't have that, you know, that level of confidence that a move is going to work out to where I'm adding really aggressively. I'm usually just taking a starter and then I'm taking it off when I'm in profit. And that's really has been, you know, what I've been doing. You know, I'm not really adding aggressively into the highs. You know, I'm taking a starter, adding maybe, you know, taking a starter on the dip and then taking some profits. Taking a starter on the dip, taking some profits. Sometimes I'll go for that breakout only on small share size though. I'm not really adding, you know, I even downsized my default quantities. You know, I'm not adding 500 shares blocks into the highs like I was a couple months ago. Now I'm doing 100 shares. Maybe if it's a decent opportunity, I'm up to 300. But, you know, I really toned down the size, you know, which kind of sucks. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, it sucks not to sling size and make that level of profits that, you know, I was before. There's a certain level of admitting defeat with that. But, you know, I'm thinking so long term of where, you know, where I'm going to be is dimensionally different than the headspace that I'm in now. After years of experience, that I have to make sure that I get to that level, that I get to that level of experience. And that's only going to be through learning when to press on the gas. And, you know, Ross Cameron says you got to know when to press on the gas and when to ease off the throttle, hit the brakes a little bit. Right now, you know, I'm still, you know, kind of coasting, not hitting that gas pedal, but I'm not hitting the brakes either. I'm kind of just, you know, taking that position and seeing kind of what happens. Like how is price reacting at certain areas? And a lot of the times, price, you know, has not been very strong at those key levels of support, key levels of breakouts. So that's why I'm kind of keeping it at the starter size. So that is my recap for November. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys are still watching, please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, check out the links down below, and keep tuned for some more videos. All right, see you guys later. Hope you guys do well today and for the rest of the month here in December, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, peace.